For you at 4:30, Cyber Monday, of course, is here. A pretty good chance you did some shopping today. While it's very easy to do that on your phone or your computer, it can also be very easy for someone to steal your personal information. Joining us this afternoon with ways to protect yourself is Fred Scholl, the Cybersecurity Program Director at Quinnipiac University. Fred, good to see you. Thank you for being here.
Thank you for having me.
Who are criminals targeting on a day like today? Anybody?
Well, that's a good point. Yes, anybody. The scenario is now that criminals are attacking anything electronic, and they're not, in the old days you could just worry about protecting yourself from phishing emails and you were done. Basically anything that's electronic is being attacked by criminal gangs that are out there. They're looking for weaknesses in the processes. And on Cyber Monday, they know there's a lot of people online. They know that people are trying to make deals or right away. So there's a sense of urgency and speed. So it's just a formula for potential disasters. So they're targeting everything. That's the bad news.
What can I ask is one thing that maybe is a really bad thing for people to do on a day like today when there's so much online shopping?
Well, the worst thing is, I was thinking, if you're traveling and you happen to be at a Starbucks or store, do not use any free online Wi-Fi systems that you see. This is just like a Target. So make sure you have VPN software, or just go back home to your home base. That's one serious flaw that's going to open you up for attacks for sure.
Because they, and correct me if I'm wrong, they can easily really get in when you're using free Wi-Fi like that in a public place. It's almost like potentially sharing it with anyone.
Yes, what criminals are doing, they're spoofing. The name of the game now is spoofing Wi-Fi hotspots. They're spoofing bank websites. They're getting just better and better at doing this so that it looks like the real thing. So if you've got an alternative, unless you're traveling somewhere, go back to your home base where you've got a reliable Wi-Fi that you've used. So.
Seems like nowadays every single website we go on, whether it's on our phone or wherever, is telling us about cookies, and you have to accept these cookies. What kind of settings? Is there anything we need to know to keep stores from getting too much of our personal information?
Yes, I mean, there are the Facebooks, the Googles, they do offer privacy and security settings. They don't make those settings easy to find, but the best thing is to look online and search for what the settings are, or have a nephew or son or daughter actually go in, and you should do a regular review of the privacy and security settings on your phone, on your browser. Tracking is, we're in the US, everybody's being tracked all the time. So you have to kind of, fight back a little bit, and now's a good time to do that, right? So that you are spending more time online. So.
Well, some of it, we have to take ownership for protecting ourselves too in some ways. But what do we do if, what do you recommend if someone becomes a victim, or think that they've become a victim?
Well, what I recommend, first of all, to avoid becoming a victim, don't do any kind of electronic transaction without speaking to the person, speaking to the company, meeting the person. If you just rely on electronic transactions, you're going to be a much more potential victim, likely victim. And I think the defensive technique is check your bank account. Do you see any pending transactions in your credit card account? So you have to check these things more often, and that's ultimately the only way. And contact your bank, contact your credit card company if you see anything that looks suspicious. If it looks suspicious, it might well be suspicious at this time of year.
Yeah, for sure. Fred Scholl, thank you so much for joining us, Cybersecurity Program Director at Quinnipiac. We appreciate your time. Have a good holiday season.
Thanks again. You too.